haven't had a real good look at this screen. So I believe there's actually 16 difficulty settings you can choose from. And he just went right in. So maybe this is going to be the standard difficulty setting here, at least this first time around. They've changed the estimate now, it looks like, down to 15 minutes. So he may just be doing the any percent route. So as you can see, you start out on the train here. And again, you are the challenger, who's an archaeologist. He's got that neat little hat here. And the idea here on the train is you're just trying to advance and get to the other side, avoiding the enemies. You're going to actually then board the train and head all the way back to the front. And you can see there's a timer in the upper left-hand corner. You have to make it to the end before the timer hits 0. There's plenty of time to do this. This is not a situation where it's like a huge rush and you're not going to get out in time. This is like, you know, hey, I just started playing Super Metroid and I need to escape out of the station here. So these enemies obviously not causing any problems here. He can just kind of truck through these enemies at this point. So he's had a really good early portion of the game here. Now you're going to notice also in the top right-hand corner, there is a life counter. So he's got 4 lives now, and he is actually going to be doing some death abuse throughout the course of this run. So he's successfully escaped from the train. Now he can head to the island where it's going to be kind of this open world section, and now you can see he can use his knife weapon if he needs to. Now he's going to be looking to at some points kill 4 enemies in a row, and he has to be careful here. He needs to get in there, and these enemies are really annoying, but he does finally manage to get in the door there. So there is the key. That is one of the items that he needs, and you can see that little enemy at the bottom. He's kind of very reminiscent of something that you would see in Donkey Kong, as a matter of fact. And there's definitely some things that are reminiscent of that game, just in the way that you jump. And there you can see he's taking intentional death there. That's faster than escaping the room. So now you can see that he has advanced to the portion of the game which is called Search Princess. It's basically you're looking to find find out where the princess is at. And he has it's flashing power up, but he doesn't seem to have the speed power up yet. You'll know. You will indeed know when he gets that speed power up. So he might need some lucky spawns here, something like that. I'm not completely familiar with the RNG in this game. He is getting some enemies to spawn, and I believe it's kill 4 enemies in a row. It looks like he's done that. Oh, did take a hit there, though. So he's in this overworld portion here, and I've noticed that in the speedrun of this game, there it is. Okay, so now he's got some speed. Now he's got it, and he's able to just kind of truck on through. He's going to be looking for the next item here. So you need the key. You need to get the crown, and I believe there is one other item that you need to get. I believe there's a ring also. And once you get those 3, then you can kind of advance to the end of the game here. All right, so he is going to pick up another item here. And there's the crown. And he will likely take another intentional death. And someone in the chat noted that this looks a little bit like Adventure Island. This is made by Hudson Soft, who also made Adventure Island. So some of the similarities you're noticing, that's probably why. Good call there. So he's got 2 of the items here. He's going to go in here now, and this should be the final item he needs. There may be one more. I believe that's the ring. So we've got the key, the ring, and the crown. And I believe that now he is still in Search the Princess mode, so I think there is one more thing that he's going to have to go ahead and find before he can go ahead and save the princess. That is going to be his final mission. Now, I don't think that was an intentional death there, unfortunately. So those enemies look pretty pesky, though. You do start out with a decent amount of health, but it seems pretty tough to get through, and some of the enemies are not vulnerable to your knife. Like that little guy that's chasing him right now, he can take out. But there was that other flame enemy, and that one you cannot take out. And you can see there's a whole slew of them, so he's got to be careful here. And he doesn't have that speed upgrade at the moment either, so he's really just getting beaten around by these guys. But it looks like he's in a safer spot now. The movement is extremely unpredictable for these enemies. So even a top player like that, he was looking to get through there and he just got sniped again. So he is down to what looks to be his last life. So we're in the danger zone now, ladies and gentlemen. LK is going to have to come through, and it looks like he is going to go ahead and kill some enemies to probably try to get himself an upgrade that's going to help him out. So there you see he's got a power up. And here come those pesky enemies again. He is getting trapped a little bit. You can see when you get damaged, you get knocked back, and you don't really have a whole lot of iframes. So he's going to be probably taking things a little bit carefully now. Alright, looks like he's safe for the moment. And those are the enemies that you don't want to see, but they're going to be chasing him. Okay, so this is the part that he had trouble getting through the last time. Oh no, takes another death. So I'm not sure when you game over, I'm not sure if you actually have to start over from the beginning again, or if he's actually going to be able to continue. That is yet to be seen, ladies and gentlemen. So that's probably why we had the longer estimate. This game certainly lives up to its name. Extremely challenging game. This is the world record holder that you're watching right now. And this guy's also, he's a very good runner. He plays some other Mario games as well at a very extremely high level. So he is actually going to have to start again. And we see the princess there crying for help. Hopefully this time he'll be able to provide that help as we traverse our way through the train section again. He was almost there. So again, he had collected the items he needed, but he just couldn't get through some of those tougher sections. Those enemies are just too difficult and look to be very, very random. Off the train. Okay, well, we didn't stop the express that time. That's okay, we get to try again. Now, I'm sure for any of you out there that have played some of these earlier NES games, they are notorious for their level of difficulty, and this one is certainly living up to that reputation of early NES. As you can see, the storm clouds he's successfully avoiding there. Getting to the end of the train does not seem to be the problem. He's able to pretty easily avoid most of these enemies. He's got that full height jump. And okay, he was able to drop down in there this time. He got the bonus. He's ready to go. He's pushing through. 60 FPS is what you're looking for at NES games there. That's what this one is moving at. Now, it should be noted that a lot of times if you do play on Virtual Console, there's probably some amount of input lag that you're having to deal with. So he would likely be better off playing the game on the Famicom itself and be able to avoid dealing with that input lag. However, he has opted to play on the Wii. That's what he's comfortable with. That's what he's used to. Now, it may also have been a while since he's played this game. The record that he has, he actually set 2 years ago, so it's been a while, and this is not an incredibly active community of runners from what I can tell. So he's able to get the key again, and oh no, he's actually going to wait it out this time. Smart move there. That enemy probably jumps at random intervals, so. And he's going to skip the death abuse this time because he did take that earlier death in stage 1. But you can see it's a little bit slower getting out of there, but he's got the key, he's got what he needs, he's ready to move on. Gonna hit these other sections again. And hopefully he gets a little bit better RNG with some of the enemies that were trolling him earlier. Okay, there it is. That's the speed upgrade and the dagger upgrade. So he is in good shape there. Now here come these trolley enemies. Gosh, those guys are just so hard to get away from. They're just really hard to escape. Like once you kind of get into a small area with them, you're really in trouble. And they're pretty fast too, so even in these open space areas, it seems that most of the enemies are moving faster than the challenger, which can make things a little tricky. So there's the power up, but I don't think he can collect it, so I'm not sure. And he takes a death. So unfortunately, he's gonna have to start back from that checkpoint there where he came out of the cave where he got the key from. And there's your power up again. All right, so he's trucking through here. Now, I've seen, so it seems like sometimes it lasts a little longer and sometimes not. I'm not sure exactly what is at play there. But you're definitely witnessing, and he gets the power up again. Very nice. Okay, so he's speeding through, and that's really helpful in avoiding the enemy, because when you do have that speed, like, see how much easier it is for him to avoid these difficult enemies that gave him problems before. So I think that's really what he's looking to do, and I do believe there's some luck component to it, because if you watch his speed run, which I mentioned is only 4 minutes and 23 seconds, like, he gets the speed upgrade consistently and holds it for a long period of time. And this time you can see he's still going. Like, he's still going fast. So this is really good for him. Now he's probably gonna again have to skip the death abuse, but he's in good shape. He's got plenty of health. He should be able to get the crown here. He can go ahead and clear that guy. Jump on these little waterfalls. There's the crown, and he is wisely gonna conserve his lives here. We saw what happened last time after he got the ring. And he is safely out. All right, here we go. So you can see in some of those narrow passageways, you pretty much just have to tank damage off of those guys. There's not really a whole lot of other options. And he's safely now into the ring cave. Final item that he's going to get. And then we're going to be kind of back where we were before. Now I do believe he can still beat the estimate in this situation. He's got a 15-minute estimate here. And there's not much game left to be played. You can see he's getting a little focused here, but he's feeling good about things. So 3 lives, but not having the power up, so he kind of has to go slow through this difficult section. And you can see those enemies are just relentless. And there's the power up, and he's got it. So you can actually pick up the power up like he just did there. You can see by throwing your knife at the power up itself. Unfortunately, getting hit, that is going to take it away from him, but he got far enough through that section that it looks like he's to safety. So this is the furthest that he has gotten so far. And there's the power up. He's going to go ahead and collect that again, hopefully by throwing the knife at it. Okay, he's got it. And he's headed into the pyramid here. This is going to be the final section. He is in the pyramid. It's time to rescue the princess. Let's go. Oh, it's not time to rescue the princess. Let's not go. He might be looking for a certain pattern, and I think he just didn't see it that time. So there it is. There is the princess. He's got to save Maria here. You can see Don Walderaldo up there as well, but it's really just a matter of taking him out, and just a few shots, he's done. The princess is saved, and LK has done it. He has won the game in under 15 minutes, came in under the estimate. He got off to a little bit of a rough start there, had some bad RNG, some bad luck, but he was able to power through. So really well done. So now, as you can see, as I mentioned, the game just starts over now, and it's just at a higher difficulty level. But I think we're done. I don't think he is going to be playing through round 2. I think he's going to call it good here. So great job by LK. Really nice run. And we've got a lot more runs coming up for you here. Now, the marathon is running a little bit behind schedule, so they were just